Hickory Regional Airport is a public airport located 3 miles west of the central business district of Hickory, a city in Catawba County, North Carolina, United States. It is owned by the City of Hickory. Facilities and aircraft. Hickory Regional Airport covers an area of 739 acres which contains 2 asphalt-paved runways, 6/24 measuring 6,400 by 150 feet, and 1/19 4,400 by 150 feet. For the 12-month period ending July 31, 2009, the airport had 40,504 aircraft operations, an average of 111 per day, 99% general aviation and 1% military. There are also a total of 68 aircraft based on the airport. The airport has an operating control tower from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily for safety and sequencing of aircraft landing and departing. For weather information, the airport uses an automated airport weather station. The airport terminal building, which was built in 1960, has served as a hub for commerce and transportation for more than 40 years. However, it no longer supports airline travel as the most recent airline, Delta Connection, ceased operation from Hickory in 2005. The building remains an active part of the airport, housing airport administration and maintenance, a cafe, rental cars, a bus service, as well as the Hickory Aviation Museum. In 2003, a new building was constructed to serve the general aviation community. There are several flight instructors who instruct at the Hickory Regional Airport. Airplane rental is provided through various private entities. Instruction is provided both on an individual basis, where the prospective pilot is taught both the knowledge and flight training required by the instructor, and through the flight school at Caldwell Community College and AMP Technical Institute, where the knowledge component is taught in a classroom setting. Additional pilot instruction, including sport pilot training, is given through an independent company on the airport that operates a Remos GX&A Cub Crafters Sport Cub aircraft. Riverhawk Aviation, which was the airport's only FBO, voluntarily filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. On 8 December 2011, the United States Bankruptcy Court, having found that Riverhawk does not have the assets to continue as a viable company, removed Riverhawk as the FBO. On 9 December 2011, the City of Hickory assumed all FBO operations in order to ensure no interruption in general aviation services at the airport. Hickory Fire Department Station 4. Hickory Fire Department staffs an ARFF fire apparatuses at the airport 24/7. Engine 4 responds to all aircraft accidents and emergencies at the airport. History. The Hickory Municipal Airport was first opened to aircraft traffic on May 17, 1940. At the time, there were 2 unpaved runways which were 2,700 and 3,100 feet in length. Shortly thereafter, the runway, which came to be designated 6/24, was lengthened and both of the existing runways were paved. On August 2, 1941, Pennsylvania Central Airline, which later became Capital Airlines, brought the first scheduled air carrier service to Hickory. This service was interrupted by World War II and was suspended in May 1942. During the war years, the Hickory Municipal Airport served as a pilot training center from the military. In 1947, the Civil Aeronautics Administration opened the Hickory Interstate Airways Communications Station, which was housed in a wooden structure on the south side of the field, at the former FBO site. As the flight service station, this operation is now housed, along with a portion of the system's maintenance sector, in the modern terminal building. The main offices for the system's maintenance sector are now located in the present FBO office building. In May 1950, the City of Hickory contracted for the construction of a north-south runway, which is a total of 4,400 feet in length. Capital Airlines resumed scheduled service in August 1951, and continued until August 1952, at which time Piedmont Airlines began to serve Hickory. Since initial construction, runway 6/24 has been extended in length twice, to its present length of 6,402 feet. A full instrument landing system was installed on runway 24, and commissioned in 1977. AMALSR approach lighting system was also installed on this runway. In 1960, the base of operations for the airport was moved from the south side of the field when the new terminal building was constructed. In the mid-1960s, the fixed base operator, Cannon Aviation, Inc., also moved from the south side of the field into new quarters adjacent to the terminal building. The fixed base operation was later bought by a locally formed corporation, Carolina Airways, Inc., and since that time, the FBO has changed owners several times and two substantial expansion projects have been completed. In the early part of 1969, a new high-intensity lighting system was installed on runway 6/24 as well as lighting on the parallel taxiway. A new taxiway, complete with lighting, was constructed parallel to runway 1/19. In the same improvements project, runway 6/24 was overlaid for the purpose of increasing the pavement strength, and a new 36-inch airport beacon was installed. In the fall of 1973, the Federal Aviation Administration, following much planning and work, commissioned an air traffic control tower at the Hickory Airport. Commercial airline services. While not currently served by any commercial airline, the Hickory Regional Airport has had such service for much of its history. On August 2, 1941, Pennsylvania Central Airlines, which later became Capital Airlines, brought the first scheduled air carrier service to Hickory. This service was interrupted by World War II, and was suspended in May 1942. Capital Airlines resumed scheduled service in August 1951, and continued until August 1952, at which time Piedmont Airlines began to serve Hickory. From 1952 to 1980, Piedmont Airlines provided direct and non-stop service to various destinations such as Asheville, Charlotte, Winston-Salem, Tri-Cities area and Atlanta. Aircraft varied from the Douglas DC-3, Martin 404 Fokker F-27, Fairchild Hiller FH-227, and the NAMC YS-11. After the airline deregulation of the late 1970s, the nature of commercial service would change for Hickory. Now smaller commuter airline service would be offered to feed large hubs of aviation activity. Atlantis Airlines was one small airline of this type, offering up to 6 daily direct flights to Charlotte and Atlanta. The period of 1978 to 2002 would also see Sunbird Airlines operate up to 11 daily flights using Cessna 402 and Cessna 404. Beechcraft Model 99 airliners, Shorts 330 and Shorts 360 Skyvans, de Havilland Canada-8, and BAE Jetstream 32 turboprops. These aircraft would operate under the marketing names of Sunbird Airlines, Piedmont Commuter, and finally U.S. Airways Express. Seacair would be later acquired by Mesa Airlines, who would, in the wake of the September 11, 2001 attacks, decide to suspend its daily U.S. Airways Express commuter flights to Charlotte Douglas International Airport in April 2002. Most recently, in 2005, Delta connection carrier Atlantic Southeast Airlines operated Bombardier CRJ-200 regional jets on the direct service to Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport, before ceasing this service in the fall of the year. Local officials hope to attract future commercial airline service, despite challenges caused by the relatively close proximity of the large Charlotte Douglas International Airport. Nonetheless, the airport has maintained a relatively high traffic volume due to its corporate, air charter, air cargo, and local and itinerant general aviation activity.